Hi, everyone. So this is what we look like first thing in the morning, huh? Before we turn all of our curling irons and makeup mirrors and everything else on and pretty ourselves up. So yeah, I am at home now. I came home last night around 11ish, I think, and which was not good for my husband who had to get up and be at work by like 5 or 6 this morning. I did not have to work today, happily, because I don't know how I would have done that. I would have been really exhausted. But I told you I would update you and let you know how things went from last night's hospital visit. Well, those of you that don't know, I'm going to recap real quick. And excuse the hair. I literally just got out of bed. I just woke up. And you know me, I'm a real person and I'm all about being real with you and not, acting fake and phony and stuff. So this is what I look like before I brush my hair and do all the stuff I do to make me who I am during the day. Okay, so those of you that don't know, I went into the hospital yesterday. They did not keep me, I wasn't admitted. I just was in the ER, and it was because I was having cramps in my lower belly area, my abdomen. And of course, they ran tests and, a CT scan and blood work, and everything came back normal, like it always does when you really want to find out answers for your pain. So I'm thankful that it came back normal. Basically, the doctor said just go and get your DNC. Now, here is the clincher. Here I am at this hospital, and of course, I will not name names except when I call and complain about it to the complaint hotline at that hospital. So they brought us in. We were there at about 6:30. We found out when we asked the lady at the desk to look at the paperwork or whatever computer screen to find out when we got there. 6:30, and we were out by 11:30. So that was a long, long night. Meanwhile, what was going on during that long night? So they put the blood pressure cuff on us, or on us, yeah, on us, me, myself, and I. They put the blood pressure cuff on me. On this arm first, no problems. Did my blood pressure. It was a little high. It wasn't anything drastic. All good. Moved the blood pressure cuff over because it was in my way. And this arm has a lot less musculature in it than this arm does. So it squeezes tighter because it's like, where's the arm? Where's the arm? Oh, we found the arm. Okay, we got to squeeze it. Okay, we're not sure. It's a little too thin. We need to squeeze tighter. And then pretty soon, I'm getting squeezed like a boa constrictor is literally trying to kill me. So um, they took it off that arm and put it on the arm with more muscle in it. Okay, no problem then, first time. So I decide I'm going to get comfortable. I lower the head of the bed a little bit. Well, all of a sudden, there's no blood pressure happening for like the longest time, about a half an hour. I call the nurse. Shouldn't this thing be taking my blood pressure? Oh, yeah, let me look. So she looks at the blood pressure thing. She's like, oh, yeah, it was on manual. Let me fix it. So she fixed it and it started tightening. And then she walked out of the room. Well, while she was out of the room, it keeps tightening and tightening and tightening. And at a certain point, it stops and then it starts letting a little bit of air out at a time. It didn't stop. It kept tightening and tightening. And I'm like, oh my God, my arm is flipping going to explode. So I ripped the thing off and I called the nurse back in and I said, this thing is killing my arm. She's like, oh, okay, well, let me see. She's like, okay, I'm just going to wrap it a little bit looser. So she wraps it looser. Same thing happens. So finally I put it on me and the same thing happens. So I call the nurse again. A different nurse comes in. She puts it on the arm again. She said, I'm just going to slide it down over here on this arm. So she puts it on that arm. I fall asleep finally, and I get woken up by this feeling of just like I'm going to lose my arm. Again, the stupid thing kept tightening and tightening and would not let my arm go. So I took it off again, unvelcroed it. All right, so I'm like, okay, whatever. Now I'm getting really irritated because I was in there like a couple hours already. Nobody checked on me at all. I had to go to the bathroom. In a hospital, I might be nuts. And some of you that are medical staff, you can correct me if I'm wrong. but I'm pretty sure it would be a good idea in a hospital, especially if somebody's complaining of pain, to check on them once in a while, even if you just intercom and say, "Hey, Laura Beth, I'm just checking to see how you're doing," or Miss Colbert, or whatever you want to call me. Shouldn't you do that? Well, these people did not check on me, not once. I finally called the nurse. I said, okay, I really need you to see this blood pressure thing. I don't know what's going on. She comes in and it's all poofed out, like it's gonna bust. I was afraid the darn thing was gonna bust. In fact, I was screaming, going, "Honey, honey," to my husband who's sitting there. "This thing's gonna pop. It's gonna pop." He's like, "Just stop being so paranoid. Everything's okay. It's not gonna pop." Nurse finally gets in there and it's still going and it's like at full capacity, and it really seemed like a balloon was going to pop, and I hate balloons popping near me, by the way. That's probably why I freaked out. So she lets the air out of it. She said, "We're going to try something different. We're going to move it down your arm." So they put it like on this part, my forearm. Oh my gosh. So the nurse leaves the room and I'm sitting there going, "Okay, maybe this will work." Sure enough, the thing tries to gobble up my arm again and almost explode. So I was done with the blood pressure cuff. I took it off. I said, "You know what? They need a darn new cuff or something. They're going to kill somebody with these things." Took it off and I tried to lay back down. All right, let's go back a little bit in the story. So for my IV, very, very nice, bubbly lady comes in, does my IV. Simply wonderful at doing IVs. Simply awful at taking them out of your arm. So she's pulling the needle out and she's talking to me while she's pressing the needle into my vein further. So here I am laying there going, "Oh, I had a great IV test. Now let's see her get the needle out." Now, mind you, she's holding a little pad on it, but as she's holding the pad and talking to me, she's literally pushing on the needle. So I'm like, okay, yeah, this isn't good. So she finally gets the needle out, gets my arm wrapped up. My arm is killing me by this time, and it still kind of hurts today. Very nice lady, though, I have to say, very nice bedside manner. Told me that she was a new medical assistant. She's graduating soon. Good for her. Okay, so that nightmare part was over. As we are doing the CT scan, the lady tells me to hold my breath. No problem there. Held it. Told me to let it out. Second time. Hold your breath in now. She didn't tell me take a deeper breath because you're going to be holding it a while. So if you've ever held your breath and you haven't held it long enough or taken it in long enough, you lose your breath. So I'm laying there going, oh my God, trying to tap out. Like, okay, come on, let me know when I can, let go and actually breathe. Yeah, that took a while. So I thought I was going to die right there on the table. Ugh. So she's wheeling me out on the bed, of course, after I got the little CT scan done. She almost runs over the registration lady. She's coming through the door with her cart, and here we are on the bed, and she's like, "Oh, oops." I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm going to die in this hospital just from flipping collision of the carts. That's crazy." So she gets me back to the room. No problems then. Now, usually this hospital is known to offer food or something to my husband. They didn't even do that. I was really disappointed in this hospital, and usually they're like my favorite, but not last night. All right, so anyway, after that, the doctor eventually comes in and tells me, everything was normal, so just follow up with your DNC with your other doctor. And then they told me make sure I get in with my other doctor sooner. Not going to happen. I work. And if they're saying there's nothing wrong, I'm not going to fret over it and go running to a doctor's appointment. I'm not about to keep charging up my medical insurance. So anyway, basically, it was a situation of neglect. It was a situation of bad equipment, and then it yielded no results anyway. So it was a big waste of time, maybe, but I'm glad I checked it out because I really was in a lot of pain. So anywho, after all of that, we got home and I crashed. I was so tired, and I'm hoping my husband got at least a couple hours of sleep because he got up so early this morning. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to tell you about. I'm pretty sure I took notes to tell when I call in the complaint later. So I'm hoping that maybe there was something more to say. Hang on, let me see. Let's see. No, no, no. Oh, the doctor. I got in there. Now, mind you, I'm in pain. This was when I first got there. The doctor starts asking questions a mile a minute. Um, when did this pain start? How long have you had this pain? Really? You don't know when you had the pain? Are you sure? Can you give me just a little bit of a guess? I'm like, no, I don't remember because I've had uterine pain and ovary pain, and now I got abdomen pain. And somewhere along the line, the abdomen pain creeped in, and I don't know exactly when because it all hurts. Okay, well, you can't give me an estimate? No, I can't. Okay, well, so where is this pain located? Can you tell me how it feels? Is it sharp? Is it dull? Does it squeeze? Is it crampy? Oh my God, dude, slow your roll. Okay, first of all, I'm ADHD. My brain does not work like that where you can just snap at me questions. I also have a touch of PTSD and some other things. And I can't think that fast. I can't multitask quite that quickly. I mean, I can think. Obviously, I work in a school, so I have to think, and I'm on top of everything there. But when you're not feeling good and somebody's firing questions at you, how are you supposed to answer those questions so quickly? So anyhow, that was my experience in the hospital. Um, Y'all can watch this whenever. I just wanted to update you because I promised I would. Today I'm going to my grandson's birthday party, planning on having a super good time. Another week of work after that, and then by next week I will be having the DNC, I think at the end of the week, or maybe it's the week after that. I don't know what's coming up. Maybe they'll find out what's causing pain then. Meanwhile, I am going to do what I can home remedy wise and see what happens. Eating better and some other things. So thanks for watching. I'm going to end this here. I've got a lot of house cleaning to do today. Love y'all. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, pass me along to your friends, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.